like it's still on the hunt for us. Alright, it's time for revenge. Revenge against that beast our side's given the code name, Water Strider.
It was named that for the structure of its legs.
It slides over the ground using electrostatic levitation, right?
Yeah, which makes it fundamentally similar to the Baby Magnum.
Well, except for the propulsion method. That's the big difference. It accelerates by using its legs to kick off the ground.
Yeah, just like the insect. Hey, how about this? What if we dig a pit to make it collapse? It won't be able to glide if it gets stuck.
That's one idea. But you're talking about months worth of digging, and it could probably still climb out.
Then, could we trick them into firing on their own people somehow? If we could figure out how to utilize the object's own weapon.
There's just no way we can pull that off with what little we've got here. A shoulder-fired missile, 4 kilograms of C4, 1 rifle with smart ammo, and a standard-issue sidearm. That's the full extent of our arsenal.
I see your point.
So let's hear your big ideas, schoolboy. Aren't you supposed to be the brains?
Oh, how about we try to scrounge the spare parts from our object? If we had the main gun, then
We don't have an energy source to power it, though. Come on, you know the output rating of an object's JP-level MHD power reactor. And even if we did have a reactor, we'd need a foundation to mount it on. And even if we had both of those things, the shockwave alone would kill us when we fired it.
Jeez, I was just spitballing, jackass. And you forgot to mention, the water bug prioritized destroying our maintenance facility to make sure we couldn't pull off something like... Wait, what if we...
Yeah,
We know we can't destroy the object, but that doesn't mean we can't destroy their base camp, now does it?
if we can prevent that monster from receiving its regular maintenance, it should come grinding to a halt pretty quickly.
Hey brother, ready for this fight? 一か八かのレベルタイム怯えてやり過ごすだけの日々にバイバイバイ降りしきる弾丸かき分け鮮やかに決めろ2ステップ泣き言なんて胸にしまい込んで Try, try, try 今誰も彼もあれもこれも目を背けにけ出しても見捨てはしない君だけを Let's go one more chance 変えてやろうこのシーン今なぜ何万回でも乗り越えてみせるだけその涙もその痛みも超えてもだ見ぬ月のステージへそうさ何遍だって One more try Let's go one more chance 見してやれよそのスピリット今なぜ何万回でも這いつくばっていけばいい信じてんだろうその痛みはいつか誰か癒すよさにそうさ変えていけんぞ One more try I'm not gonna walk away
Hey, over there.
They must have abandoned the lookout post when their base was completed.
Yeah. So, have you noticed?
Sure have. The base is mostly radars. And forget fighter planes, they don't even have tanks.
They've dumped all superfluous personnel and outdated weapons, and poured all their money and resources into maintaining the object. Which means, if we do something about that water bug, we just might have a shot at pulling this off.
But we still have to figure out what that something is.
Take out the legs.
Yep.
That huge body levitating on 4 tiny points of surface area? That's gotta put quite the strain on it.
Wait a minute, I remember some data collected at my station. Found it! Holy crap, get a load of this! It doubles back twice a day. That monster requires a ton of maintenance!
Excellent. The legs must be even more parts intensive than we figured they were. If we assume they swapped out its parts right before it attacked the princess's object, then it's been at least 8 hours, and it's made some pretty extreme combat maneuvers, so
Its glass slippers will be full of cracks,
Right, all we have to do is blow up the spare parts, and then they won't be able to swap them out.
which will leave that poor water bug inoperative.
And allow our unit plenty of time to evacuate.
Hey, good luck.
You really do have the chivalry of a knight.
Where's that coming from?
You asked her to stand lookout, but in truth, you were just making sure she can escape in case we screw up somehow.
I'm just doing everything in my power. What little I have.
Yeah, sure.
Look at you. Where'd all this motivation suddenly come from?
Well, you know. It's either this or get hunted down by that monster object. This one sounded less stressful. Figure if we're gonna storm the enemy base, I'd better put some effort into it. Not many guards on duty.
I doubt they're exactly worried. They are winning right now. I bet those tracks are from when they moved the spare parts.
Building is fishy. But hey, maybe we'll get lucky and it's nothing but a strip club. Anyone we end up fighting won't be able to aim with their pants so tight.
Go! I'm ready to wrap things up here. Yeah, I can't wait to go home.
Well, looky here.
The guards have gotten careless. Guess they never even dreamed flesh and blood soldiers would infiltrate their base.
Either that or they expect their gods to protect them. They are the Faith organization. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3! Think this is it?
Looks like. Yeah, no doubt. These turbines generate the charge for the legs. But this is crazy. The output is ridiculously jacked up. It's double the amount of their low-grade plasma cannons.
Really? Double? Well, our analyst team ran some simulations. And according to what they said, it uses at least 10 turbines per leg.
And just as I assumed, there's a whole mess of sensors in here.
Man, they'd have serious hell to pay if that kind of power went haywire on them. That's to make sure they detect irregularities as quickly as possible and shut things down. But that actually works in our favor, right? If I understand, we've just got to bust up each and every one of these and the water bug will become useless. What's wrong?
There's so many.
We've got our work cut out. Yeah.
I can't. They'll pick up the signal. It's one thing if it's just me, but I can't let them find out their base is under attack. What do I do? The enemy's top priority is to capture the elite who pilots the object.
Damn it! I've looked at this every which way, and it's impossible to destroy all these with just the weapons we've got.
Okay, so how about we level the entire building? We might not be able to destroy each one, but we can crush them under the rubble.
That kind of defeats the entire purpose of us coming here. They could still come salvage all the parts.
What are we supposed to do?
Damn it!
Hey!
Come on, there's gotta be something we can do. Is that?
What did you find over there? Oh, come on! Don't tell me it's already back! Damn it, why didn't the princess give us a warning? Hey! Winter! Time to run, man!
No. Made it this far, we've gotta strike back at them.
Dude, staying here any longer is committing suicide!
I'm aware of that, but still. Suicide, huh?
Why am I waiting?
This combination with this sensor and with the automatic switch.
Where are you going, Quinter?
Where is it? If I can just find it.
What are you rummaging for in there? We know we can't blow them up!
Hold on a second.
The object's right around the freaking corner!
Just a little more time.
Jesus, swear.
Let's go! Are we clear?
Yeah, clear to get caught and tortured. Your slow ass made sure of that! Damn it, we're screwed. You ready? Okay. We don't need the C4, right? I say we scatter it around the base.
What, like as a diversion?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much good it'll do. Guess we'll find out. Come on. What's up, hero? You looking for something to rescue?
Don't have to. The princess just got captured again.
Son of a bitch!
What now?
What now? Look, I know you're convinced you're a knight, but you can't seriously think we should try to save her!
You'd rather abandon her?
It's not just flesh and blood soldiers. They've got an object out there. Even if we had backup, they'd never get here in time, and they'd still just get slaughtered.
So if there was no object, it'd be a different story?
What are you saying?
Tanks and fighter planes. Normal reinforcements could lay this base to waste.
You want to ask Verlatia for reinforcements? There's no way she'll come.
So you really do want to just abandon her? Then why the hell did we go AWOL on our unit and come all this way? She's the only reason we're here, and we will not leave her behind!
Picked up this hack during training. I should be able to crank up the missile's infrared seeker to maximum output. Then, hopefully, our satellites can lock onto its signal, allowing us to communicate. We'd be good as dead if they intercepted us on our comms.
That's brilliant.
It's a one-way signal, though, and I doubt it'll even last a minute, so you've got to work fast to convince Verlatia. Time for the turbine exchange. Once that monster's fixed up, it's not gonna matter what we do at that point. Yes, and you're good to go.
Miss Verlatia, this is 37th Maintenance Battalion. Gwenther Barbatage here. Do you read? We've managed to infiltrate the Faith Organization's base zone, but the princess has been captured by the guards. Please send reinforcements. We'll take care of the object on our end. If you need to, you can wait for confirmation that we've blown it up. And if you think that we have a shot, please send anything you can, even just one tank. Even that will be enough to turn the tide. I'm begging you, miss.
Nice and sincere sounding.
Let's just hope they actually received it. All that's left is to figure out a way to bust up the object, and then...
Actually, I'm afraid we've got a more pressing problem right now. So the object will have to wait.
I can't believe you. Why did you bother coming back for me?
What did you expect, man? Have you ever heard a story where the White Knight leaves the princess in jeopardy? It's just too bad you fell off your horse before you could charge into action.
So you reprobate heathens of the legitimate kingdom thought you could desecrate our base, did you? Oh yes, you do have the look of a savage. In the righteous name of our benevolent gods, I sentence the two of you to death by the object's main guns. As for you, Elite Witch, we'll use hypnosis and electrodes to interrogate you. It won't take more than 30 minutes before you've spilled the contents of that pretty little head of yours. You might as well say goodbye to your mind while you can still speak. And once we're through with you, we'll dangle your naked body from the main guns until you freeze to death. In fact, we'll leave you hanging there long after you're dead. Upon seeing your corpse, even those savages out there in the wild will comprehend the true wrath of our gods!
You use your gods as an excuse to defy wartime POW conventions? Damn! Who's the real savage, you piece of...
Looks like maintenance on our mighty Prometheus is now complete! The time of your judgment has arrived!
Cover the princess. I'm making a move. Get ready!
Don't touch me! You disgusting heathen! What?
Get down!
You actually scared me there. Tell me! How did you rig that bomb inside?
The serial number on the turbine. I deduced which parts would be installed on the object during its next maintenance.
I see. And you just assumed you could destroy it by blowing it up from the inside. Well, unfortunately for you, our object is not so frail as to crumple beneath a couple of fireworks rigged up by a rank-and-file grunt like you. Objects will always stand infallible over the struggles of man. That is the absolute and irrefutable law of today's battlefield!
You think so?
Huh?
Here's some trivia for you. Did you know that in most objects rendered inoperative, as long as there's not serious damage, there's a safeguard device to protect the classified materials? It's a built-in self-destruct function that uses the gas from the plasma cannons, and it's triggered autonomously by the system. Sorry, your object is no exception. The sensor strictly regulates it. Very little can make it go haywire, but, let's say that sensor gets removed and a turbine gets blown up. You think the system would be able to make the proper call? Just remember this. Objects are not infallible. Anything that's created by man can also be destroyed by man.
Jackass! Maybe give us some warning next time? I'm practically deaf from that last explosion!
You're alive, aren't you? Now pick up a rifle and start shooting back!
Death is your only escape! How could you? How could one boy destroy an object? You're evil! A demon! You're the devil!
Quinter!
Send them to hell!
It's the reinforcements. They actually came.
Well, color me amazed. Looks like that hard-ass is a seriously capable officer after all.
You better believe I'm a capable officer. And the only one who'd take a message like yours seriously. Keep that in mind, you rank-and-file fools.
I would feel a bit foolish if we came this far just to die.
No joke. Good thing Miss Verlatia had enough faith in us to provide backup. Even better that we did something worthy of her faith. Let's go, Princess Melinda.
Right.
One measly engineer stands victorious over an object. The very nature of war may likely change again, for better or worse.
Those people down there. I wouldn't be surprised if we seem almost as monstrous as objects to them now.
Maybe.
Well, this is war. And they made that reality implicitly clear by refusing to accept our surrender.
But thanks to objects, war had become nothing but an abstract concept. It's almost like we'd forgotten what the word even means.
Oh, look, they're here! Those two young men?
Oh.
The hall's back that way.
Question. You sure you come from nobility? You've got to be the first person I've met that looks worse than me in formal wear.
Yeah, think again. You're still at the top of that list. At least my tie is straight.
We returned to our nation to find ourselves buried beneath a barrage of praise hailing us as heroes. And today, we're to be publicly recognized for our achievements and given commendations. I keep telling myself this is just a big prank.
No, it looks like they're serious.
Well, you boys pulled off a seriously impressive feat, so this is only fitting.
Whoa! Speaking of fitting, that dress is more than reward enough. Bordering on punishment.
I am appropriately dressed for the occasion, but thank you. Come on.
Princess! I thought, weren't you supposed to have moved on to the next battlefront with the improved Baby Magnum?
She's got something she wants to tell you two, so we delayed her departure a bit. Well, speak up now.
Thank you. Both of you. You saved my life. Twice, in fact. I realized I hadn't actually said thank you, so...
Hey, neither had we, and we owe you plenty of thanks, Princess.
So many times you went head-to-head with those monsters all by yourself, and here we just took it for granted.
Thank you, Princess, for all the times you saved us. We wouldn't be here without you. Now that I've become a famous war hero, I've got a feeling I'll be allowed access to the nation's database, which will let me take a huge shortcut on my way to becoming a licensed designer. And Javier really couldn't have asked for a better boost in stature. His big plan is to resign from his post, return to the country, and enjoy the lavish lifestyle of the rich.
We've won pretty big at life, haven't we?
It was worth almost dying.
And now, a big round of applause for the brave young men who fought in the flesh to conquer an object. Such impressive cunning and strength, I'm sure they'll continue to make us proud as they serve our nation. Now wish them a fond farewell as they prepare to head for the next battlefront.
What did he say? You hearing this, hero? I wish this was just a prank. Those old men are talking about us. Like where to post us next.
I thought we were out. How is this happening? How?
Dunno. It sounds like they're gonna stick us with the princess's object. They lied to us!
So, that medal we got? Was that an advance on the double promotion you get after death?
Hell if I know.
Back to the battlefield. Just like a couple of suckers. Tom Thumb races through the oil field.
Battle to blockade the Gibraltar. 1.